Austin. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Just want to check I'm sure when you want to make an impression on your new team and you make a turnover like that, tip the ball to yourself, that must be pretty exciting. Can you describe that play and maybe what it might have meant for you?
Yeah, I had the running back in that certain play, and Cam did a great job helping me disguise to get the front the protection the way we wanted the protection to go, and I just happened to get in the window and just did my job at the right time. Wink made a great call, and it was fourth and short, so we knew it was some kind of quick routes, and kind of used my instincts there and tried to bat the ball, and I think you guys saw the result.
One more from me is playing for Wink now. The short time you've been with him, I mean, is there a way to explain how aggressive and how much pressure he wants you to apply, almost even in a first preseason game?
Yeah, I mean, I was with Cincinnati last year, so him being with the Ravens, we saw his scout team. We ran on scout team a couple of times, and there was times where I was like, this is pretty fun. So it's now being here up close in person, you can tell there's a method behind the madness, and it's just fun being a part of this defense when everyone does their jobs the right way.
Thank you.
Tom Rock.
Austin, what did you think of the play calling last night? And I asked this in the context that it seemed like Bill Belichick was a little perturbed that you guys were blitzing too much. It looked like you were throwing about maybe a half or a quarter of what you normally do in a practice.
Yeah, I mean, again, Wink just put us in the right spots to make plays. I think we kept it simple enough for everyone, especially the younger guys, just to show off their style and what we can do. And I think everyone just displayed their speed as a defense last night, and the way we run to the ball, and we harp on that. And I think we showed a good job of that last night.
What do you like about Wink as a person, as a coach?
To be honest with you, he's one of the first coaches I've had outside of Coach Norton in Seattle that really keeps it real, and he tells you where you are, why you are, where you are, and what you can do to get better in the things you struggle at. And as an undrafted guy myself, throughout the last 6 years, it's been difficult. But for me to finally have a coach that tells you what he needs from you, and how he sees you, and just being upfront and honest is really a blessing, and it really puts your mind at ease as well.
Ryan Dunleavy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. My question is, well, you've been around the league for a long time here, and obviously, if a defense has a weak spot, if maybe a defensive end who can't stop the run, or weakness in the secondary, how much do you expect the offense to just keep attacking that, and how much is on the rest of you guys to kind of pick that up? From your experience, when there's a weak spot, how do you guys cover that up?
In the past teams I've been on, there's certain things you could do in a scheme, especially front wise, that helps. But for the most part, where we are right now as a team, as a defense, I don't think we have any weak spots, and I think everyone is playing very fast, and especially in this defense, if you're playing fast, you make plays, and I think you guys saw that last night.
Are there any additional questions for Austin? Oh, Tom Rock.
You mentioned the Bengals. You play them on Sunday. How much are you looking forward to that game? I know it's just a preseason game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I built a good relationship with a lot of those guys. The bond we had from last year was, I was actually there in 2020 before they traded me to Denver, and it was kind of a full circle that I got to go back last year and be a part of that run, because I saw what they were building before Joe got hurt. But to come back and feel the vibe, the team vibes where they were, and the locker room is closer than it was when I left, and to have everyone healthy and to go on that run was fun. And it'll be nice to say hi to a couple of the guys before the game, and say hi to the coaches I made a connection with. But when the ball snapped, it's time to go.
That was a pretty dramatic turnaround from 2020 to 2021 for that team. Probably the kind of turnaround that your current team is trying to execute here. What did you see as the keys to that last year, and what do you see? Do you see any foundational pieces that may hint that could happen here?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I noticed when I walked in, my first week here is how close the locker room was. And I think that's, first and foremost, if you have a culture and you have a close locker room, that's, if everything else goes bad, that's something you can fall back on. Something they had in Cincinnati is they had a bunch of young, talented players, and they got that here too. And, speaking of the coaches, it's just, I think everyone's pretty much in sync coach-wise and front office-wise. And, Dave does a great job of, telling everyone what he expects, and, he holds that to us. And, that's the start of a great team, in my opinion. And I wasn't there for the entire turnaround, but, like I said, when I went back, you could tell they didn't skip a beat. Zach Taylor still had his expectations, and, Dave's, he's the same kind of guy. He has his expectations, and you got to meet him.